Hi everyone, welcome back to Gavin Reads It All, and you're gonna see just how much Gavin bloody reads in this video. So I haven't updated this in 3 years? 2021 was the last time I sat down and looked through my entire series that I'm in the middle of, and that video I uploaded December 2021, I'll link it down below if you want to watch it. 50 series apparently in that video that I was in the middle of. As you can see here. 344 with 44 finished, 12 caught up, and I haven't included the ones that I haven't started yet but I do own. I will include them in the general overall list, but if I take all the ones that I haven't actually started off, it will be around about 154 series that I'm in the middle of. So I've still jumped up about 100 series since 2021. Cat hair in my eye, cat hair in my drink, cat hair everywhere. Is there any horror movies or horror books where we get overtaken by cat hair and it slowly kills you? Because that's what I feel like. So I have jumped a lot since 2021. It's just how it is, isn't it? It is what it is. So let's go through this list together. Maybe I might decide to DNF some more series. Maybe. And I can always do just DNF for nows if I want to also. I am using Alli from Hardback Order's spreadsheet. I have tweaked this page a little bit just to make it more simpler for me because I'm a basic bitch. I love the idea of a fancy, flowery, amazing spreadsheet, don't get me wrong. But maintaining that, no chance. Not on my watch. So I've dumbed this down a bit for me and it works. It does work. But I will link Alli's spreadsheet down below if you want to check it out. So this is my little series tracker. Oh, should I try and freeze the top frames? Look at me, honestly. How do you freeze them? Can't freeze. Well, fuck yeah. Piper Hallowell would have no problems freezing that. Okay, moving on. This is in alphabetical order by author name. That's just the way I did it. I have all of my middle grade, young adult, adult, manga, graphic novel series in this list. So let's go through. Dangerous Convenience Store. As you can see, 50%. Not too bad. Volume 2 has just come out. Oh, we have one that's completed, Eva Evergreen, which I did really enjoy. That's a middle grade series. Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. I haven't started that one yet, but I would like to. I own the first book, and some of these total number and series might be wrong. It is just basic Google searches that I did. Laid Back Camp, oh my god, love. You're gonna see a lot of manga series that I've only read the first volume of, and it's really put me behind. Look at this, 7%, 5%, 7, 4, 4. Oh my god. Toilet Bound, Hinakakin, Oshinoko, Snow White with the Red Hair, and Jujutsu Kaisen. All manga series that I've only read the first volume for so far. But I do plan on reading all of them. If I was going to say I would drop any of them, it would probably be Snow White with the Red Hair. Just for now. I think I will come back to it at some point, but it's not high up on my list. Whereas the other ones are oh, I need to read them stat. So then we have The Chronicles of Prydain. So I own one of the books, and I would like to read the series. I've been wanting to read it for years because one of the books inspired the Black Cauldron movie that was on Disney, and I actually like that movie. So I would love to read the actual books, and I think, yeah, Chronicles of Prydain, I've been meaning to read it for years. I think since 2021. I had plans to do a video reading them all, and I just keep pushing it back. Black Girls Must Die Exhausted. There are 3 books. I haven't started yet. I do own the first book. I would like to get the second and third book and maybe binge all 3 of them. I think that would be awesome. Supernatural Investigations by Baby Alston. That is the Amari and the Knight Brothers books. Only 2 books are out so far, but book 3 is coming out this year. So I am caught up, but I just put 3 there because, look, what are the odds that I'm going to update the spreadsheet more than once a year? So this is why I didn't update after 2021, because trying to maintain a list where there's all these series and new books are coming out every fucking month, it's hard work. So I decided that I probably will just add books that are future coming out that I know of and hopefully save myself the trouble. Obnoxious Hero-kun, that is a manga, very spicy gay manga. I have the complete bind up. I will read that at some point. Kingdom Hearts Final Mix. Oh my god, do you know how big a Kingdom Hearts fan I am? Oh, love it so much. But I'm trying to get all of the manga, and I don't have all of them. But I've already read the first series, the Kingdom Hearts Final Mix series. But I still have Chain of Memories, Kingdom Hearts 2, 358 Days Over 2, and Kingdom Hearts 3 mangas to collect and read all of them. I want to binge them all. I want to do a full-on Kingdom Hearts vlog. Amelia Fang by Laura Ellen Anderson. Ooh, I love it so much. But yeah, another one that I've completed. I love it when I see the green on the side here. It's not often you're going to see the green, but it's there. Monty Midnight has just come out. It's just started. It's a new series by Laura Ellen Anderson. And yeah, only one so far. I do own it, so I will read it at some point. Very excited. And Rainbow Grey is the second full series that Laura Ellen Anderson has done, and it's finished at 3 books. And I've read all 3. Love that series. Animorphs by K.A. Applegate. This isn't included in the spin-off series. And it's funny that I mentioned this today, considering the amount of times, like, I feel like the Animorphs vlog has hit some kind of algorithm again, because I'm getting comments. Oh, Animorphs and the Goosebumps videos, I get the worst comments on. So I'm glad I read the series, I really am. Not so glad that I made a video about it, because people can be quite mean and quite defensive of some of the choices in it, which is fine. It's a great series, I did end up loving it, but there are some things about it that are very problematic. And as soon as you bring up anything problematic, they come out. I might just end up turning the comments off on the Animorphs and Goosebumps videos, I'm not gonna lie. But I am glad I read it. There is a spin-off series of Animorphs that's like 10 books, or like 10 side books. I don't think I'll ever get to them at this point. It's been too long. It's been like 2 years since I read it. Full Metal Alchemist, I do plan on reading all of that this year, but I'm only 4% in. I'm only 4% in. I like choked on air. My body is like, you don't want to read all of these series. You've got too many of them. Okay, JoJo's Bizarre Adventure as well. Have you seen how many bloody volumes there are? 133. There are more volumes than One Piece, but One Piece has more chapters, if that makes sense. I have a bind-up of part 1, so I think that's 2 volumes in one. And I have included like single volumes. I haven't included like the omnibuses, because I think that's what I own. I think I own like an omnibus version of them. So I think I've read 2 volumes, I think. I don't know. It'll be a while before I get back to that one. Oh my god. Small Spaces by Catherine Arden. I finished that series. That was a good little series. Goodnight Pum Pum. Haven't started yet, but I do plan on reading it this summer. Alice in Borderland. I've read 2 volumes of the 18. And again, this is because I have like an omnibus edition of them. The sun's going out. Like, stop. Please, I need the reliable lighting. And so there are, I think, I can't count, 9? I think there are 9 volumes, but each volume has 2 volumes inside it, I think. Honestly, a lot of this manga malarkey can be quite confusing. Zom 100, Bucket List of the Dead. I've read 1 of the 16 volumes so far. Really enjoyed the first volume of that, so very excited to continue reading. Oh, Emblem Island by Alex Aster. I don't know if I should just DNF that one for now, because I've owned the first book for like 3 or 4 years now, and I just haven't felt compelled to read it just yet, if that makes sense. Like, I do want to read it, but I don't get drawn to it. Yeah, I don't know. Handmaid's Tale by Margaret Atwood. That's The Handmaid's Tale and The Testaments. I hated The Testaments. I liked The Handmaid's Tale when I first read it years ago, but I don't think I would like it upon a reread. So it's complete. I don't have to think about it again. The Celestial Mechanism Cycle by Annalise Avery. This one is a middle grade duology, I think. And the first book was The Night Silver Promise, I think. And I did like it fine, but it didn't really make me want to read the sequel. It wasn't like unique enough for me to want to continue. So I've DNF'd that series for now as well. The Bellinger Sisters by Tessa Bailey. I read It Happened One Summer nearly 2 years ago now. I do want to get back to that series. The Burnt Empire Saga. I still really want to read this one. And this is the one, I think the first book is called Upon a Broken Throne or A Burning Throne or something like that, and it looks fantastic. I only own the first book of the series. I don't own the second or third book, so I think as soon as I do get my hands on them, I might start it, because I do prefer to have the series on hand, and my library doesn't have it. So The Jumbies by Tracy Baptiste. Oh my gosh, I'm going to reread the first 2 and then read the third book, which I think is the final book, because I read the first 2 books I think like 4 years ago now, so I would like a refresh. I haven't included what I need to reread in this like kind of tally or anything. I should probably do another kind of column with like reread question mark. I don't know, but I really did enjoy the first 2, so if I only have 1 more book to go, then why not, you know? The Tide Child Trilogy by R.J. Barker. I think that's the Bone Ships. You know what surprises me is that as I was writing down all of these names for the series, a lot of these I was like, is that really the series name? I thought it was just called like the Bone Chips series or something. So I haven't started that one yet. I did get it in broken binding last year. And it is in my 24 books for 2024, so I will get to it this year. The Inheritance Games by Jennifer Lynn Barnes. Again, I haven't started, but I do have the Fairy Loot editions of the first 4. And I think there are 5 now. I'm like, can you just stop now? Like, all of these like YA mystery series, it's like, what's Karen M. McManus continuously bringing out like One of Us is Lying books. And I'm like, come on, the first book wasn't that good. So I actually haven't tried the Inheritance Games, but I'm going to wait for that series to finish so I can binge them. Oz by L. Frank Baum. Recently read that at the end of last year, and I've read all 14 of the original ones. There's like 100 Oz books, but there were only 14 written by the original author, so that's all I've included. I don't think I will ever get to the rest of the ones that are written by different authors. Oh, The Explorers Club by Alex Bell. I only have 1 book left to go. So I think I own it. I think it's like Explorers at Stardust City or something. So 83%. Oh my god. I love this whole progress bar thing. And I love the fact that I've included the percentage thing. I included the percentage thing myself. Are you proud? I did message Allie asking for help including it. And I was like, oh, Allie, how do you include a percentage thingy-mabobby? And then like 2 seconds later, I was like, just kidding. I Googled it and I found out. So I apologize, Allie. I do. It's not just the worst when literally all it took was a Google search. Poor Allie, honestly. Like, she doesn't have enough on her plate. The Incommoner series by Jennifer Bell, completed. Did that for a middle grade monthly a few years back. Or at least the first book. And then I just read book 2 and 3 in my own time. The Wonderscape series. Oh my god, there's only 2 books and I'm halfway through. I love the first book so much. It's one of my favourite middle grades. So I do need to get to that, but I will probably reread Wonderscape first. Train to Impossible Places as well. Read the first one like 4 years ago with Lexi, Kaylin, and Jade. Oh my god, can you remember? Was that for the Adventures Through Wonderland readathon? I still have the Touch of Whimsy travel mug that we got for the readathon. Like, this was all Lexi commissioning an illustrator. And it looks so good. There's me as the White Rabbit, Kaylin as Alice, Lexi as the Mad Hatter, and Jade as the Queen of Hearts. Like, oh my god. Like, and I still use my mug all the time too. Like, what a blast from the past. But we actually read the first book for that readathon and then had the author on a live show. So I need to continue. I really did enjoy the first book. Lois Barnefeld. Ooh. So I read the first 5. This is the House with a Clock on Its Wall series. I love the movie with Cate Blanchett and Jack Black. I love that movie so much. And so I started reading the series. And I have all 12 of them. And then I got to book 5. And like, it was still like good. It wasn't amazing. They are a bit dated. But I did like how vintage it felt reading it, if you know what I mean. It had like that kind of old school vibe to it. And the books are quite short. So I do plan on maybe reading all of them in a video at some point. I'll reread the first 5 because it's been about 5 years since I read them. So I reread the first 5, read all 12. The Book of Night by Holly Black. I only own the first book. I haven't started. Same with the Atlas series by Olivia Blake. I haven't read a single Olivia Blake book, but I do own them all. Because Waterstones keep doing special editions for them, and I pre-order them during double points every single time. And I still haven't picked up a single Olivia Blake book. And I don't know if I'm going to like them either. The Red Rising Saga by Pierce Brown. Oh my god, I think book 7 comes out this year. But I read the first book last year for the first time and I really enjoyed it. And I obviously plan on reading more of them. I just need to get all of them and then I want to binge them because I love the first book. Oh, A Song of Wraiths and Ruin by Roseanne A. Brown. I think it's only 2 books, so it's only a duology. High priority because I love the look of those books. And I got both of them, the Fairy Loot special editions. I was like, early access, get them. The Cogheart Adventures by Peter Bunzel. I might DNF that one for now too, because it's been so long since I read the first book, Cogheart. There are 4 books in the series, and I still love middle grade, don't get me wrong, I still love middle grade. I have a middle grade book that I'm reading, like pretty much right now for my Patreon book club, but you're currently standing on it. How rude. How rude are you? Stand on my middle grade book. But I am still obsessed with middle grade, don't get me wrong. But there are some that I haven't read in so long that I think I might just stay in there for now. I'm going to do the same with the Moonchild series by Aisha Bushby. I like the first book a lot, but it's only a duology. I should probably just continue on. But I just don't have the time. Oh, Princess Diaries. Come on. If you haven't seen my Princess Diaries video, where have you been? Where have you been? I literally cut up the 10th book. Which, again, like, it's my book. I'm never going to get rid of it. I have so many nostalgic books. I have my nostalgia corner right here, my nostalgia nook, as I like to call it. None of those books are going anywhere. These are my copies, and I know I pissed off a lot of people in that video, and I had somebody in the comments of that one so mad at me. But like, it's mine. I'm never getting rid of it, okay? I know I cut it up, but it tells a story in my collection, doesn't it? If somebody comes to my library and sees a book cut in half, or like just with a little bit at the end cut off, they're gonna be like, "Ooh, what happened there?" And then I can tell them a story. And isn't that what libraries are about? Isn't that what home libraries are about? You want to tell stories with your books. It's like I took such a long time to start annotating my books because I didn't want to touch them. I thought that I couldn't damage them at all, but they're my books. And if somebody, like in 100 years' time, when I'm 131, because bitch, I'm still going to be alive, people are going to come in here, they're going to open a book and be like, "Oh, so these are what Gavin's thoughts were in 2024. Wow." You know what I mean? It's just like, you can do whatever you want to your friggin' books, okay? If it's yours, you can do what you want. So yes, I did DNF the series because there was 2 more left. I couldn't do it to myself. I could not do it to myself. Alice's Adventures in Wonderland, yep, the first one and then Through the Looking Glass, I've read both of them, 100%. There's not very many like classics in here because there weren't really classic series, to be honest, I don't think. So yeah, you're not going to see very many of them on here. The Stormrunner by J.C. Cervantes, I might just DNF that one for now too. I didn't even start it. But I did have the first 2, and I think it's a Rick Riordan Presents series. I just moved past it, you know. I thought I heard a cat. Oh, Clown in a Cornfield! Alright, okay, I really want to read this series so much. I love the first book. And there is a 3rd book coming out this year, and I really wanted to try and get to the Clown Motel in, I think it's in Nevada. I really want to go to the Clown Motel to read the series, like the rest of the series. It's too expensive. I can't drive, and it would require a long drive to get there, so I don't think it will ever happen. But there's a part of me, like a 33% part of me, that is like, maybe one day you can do that. So that's the only reason I haven't continued. But like, I might just have to go for it and just read them, because I genuinely don't think I will ever afford the Clown Motel or ever learn to drive, to be honest. Gilded Wolves by Roshni Chokshi. I would have to reread the first book because that's been so long, and read 2 and 3. I have the Fairy Loot special editions, so I most likely will. Oh, I only have one more book of the Pandora Quintet series to read, which is the Arusha series. I love the first 4 books, and I haven't gotten to book 5 because I don't have the 5th book. I was waiting for the paperback version of it to come out, and it's come out, but then I just didn't get it. And I get the American version, so I like import them, so yeah. Oh, the War Art Saga by Wesley Chu. Haven't started yet, but I do have the first 2 books. The Bone Witch by Rin Chapeko. Those have been on my TBR for probably like 4 years now or something. I do have all 3 books. Maybe I might just DNF that series for now too, because I don't know if I'll get to it anytime soon. Ready Player One series. I did not like the 2nd book. I love the first book. Did not like the 2nd book. Didn't. It was so disappointing. But at least it's completed. Same with The Hunger Games by Suzanne Collins. And I included the Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes in that. So yeah, 4 books instead of 3. Haven't started the Underland Chronicle series by Suzanne Collins. So that's her middle grade series. I do have all 5 of the books, and I do really want to read them. I'm still very excited to read them. I might say if my patrons might want to do like a little buddy read, which I think I've been saying for the past 2 years. The Dark Deep by Ali Condi and Brandon Reeks. I might DNF that one for now. It's like a middle grade horror series. And then, Finley Donovan, El Cosimano. So yeah, I read the first 2 books. Book 4 has just come out. I don't plan on reading it. Unless it gets unanimous praise, every single person who reads it is like, "Oh my god, this is the best book in existence." Unless everyone loves it, I won't pick it up. I just can't do that to myself. Oh wait, no, I've read 3. Hang on. I've read 3, sorry. I had to update that because I read the first 3 and then decided to DNF, yeah. Why did I only put 2? Or maybe because I only owned the first 2. I unhauled. Wait, did I unhaul the 2nd book too? Oh my god, just ignore me. How to Train Your Dragon. Oh my god, I've been meaning to read that for so long. And I was going to do it when my channel name was actually How to Train Your Gavin. Because I wanted to do a video called How to Train Your Gavin reads How to Train Your Dragon. And I just never did that. I never did. I love the first book. Maybe when the live action comes out, I might do a complete series reading vlog for it. Or a first and last, I don't know. No, I want to read them. I own them all, so I want to read them. Oh, Which Way to Anywhere, which is Cressida's 3rd series. I read the first book. The 2nd book came out last year. I do still plan on reading it. And then Wizards of Wands. Oh my god, I love that series so much. That's the only Cressida Cowell series I've finished, and I loved it. I loved it. Each book got better than the last one. Oh, Jurassic Park by Michael Crichton. I love the first book again. Jurassic Park is one of my favourite films ever, and I thought the book was just as great. And so I still need to read The Lost World Jurassic Park, and I just haven't, and I don't know why. Imagine's Wild Coven by Juno Dawson, I need to start. The House Witch, I need to start. Did I include the first House Witch in my 24 books for 2024? I can't remember now. Search for Wandler, I might DNF that series for now. I haven't even started it, but I do own the first book, so one day. And I might DNF the Ice Planet Barbarian series too for now. I've only read the first 2. I have the first 3. I just can't be bothered anymore. Wait, 19, isn't that like 22 books in that series? I think there's 22. Stormkeeper by Catherine Doyle. The Stormkeeper's Island I read, and I did like it. I don't think I'll get to it anytime soon though. There are, 3 books in it, so I will probably one day. Twin Crowns. Oh, I really enjoyed that. Book 3 is coming out this year, so I will wait for that to come out and then I'll read book 2 and 3. I still remember pretty much everything that happened in the first book, so I don't think I need to reread. But I really enjoyed it. It was one of my favourite young adult books of 2022? 2022, yeah. The Perfect Series. Oh, I might DNF that one for now as well. I read the first book 5 years ago and I did enjoy it. It was very Coraline-esque, but it's been too long. Ooh, the Ending Fire Trilogy by Sarah Ellery. Yeah, read the first book only last year, so I don't need to reread it or anything. And I think book 3 is coming out at some point, so I might wait for book 3. Caught up on the Fairbound series by the same author, because I read the first book very recently and enjoyed it. Dream Snatcher and Unmapped Chronicles by Abby Elphinstone. I haven't started the Dream Snatcher series, but I am only 1 book away from completing the Unmapped Chronicles, which is Rumble Star and Jungle Drop and all of that. Not started Pet yet by Akwaeke Emezi, but I will. They're very short. Spy Family. Okay, 13 volumes. Volume 11 is only coming out now in English, which you're like, well, how you read 13 volumes then? It's because I read the official chapters on the app that they come out on, because they come out weekly or like bi-monthly. They come out in a magazine in Japan and it gets translated and then gets put on the apps and stuff, so that's how I'm a bit further ahead. The Mistletoe Trilogy by Richard Paul Evans, that's like the Mistletoe Promise, which was the only book I really fully enjoyed in that series. They became Hallmark Channel films, and I love me a good Hallmark Channel film. Yeah, I completed the series a couple of years ago, read them all for a video. Never gonna go back to it. Bloodskion, that was in a sub-box, so I haven't started it yet. Umbrella Mouse, I've completed, it was only a duology. Emily Wilde, I'm still waiting for my Fairy Loot edition of the second book to come, and then I'll probably read it like straight away. I liked the first book, it wasn't a favourite, but I did like it. And I like it enough that I do want to go straight into the sequel. I'm so sorry about the lighting. Christmasaurus by Tom Fletcher. I've only read 1 book of them. Wilder Law haven't started. Deathless I haven't started. I might DNF Deathless for now and Wilder Law. Chainsaw Man, I do plan on reading all of those at some point. Same with Fire Punch, there's only 8 volumes, so that'll be easy. Dragon Rider by Cornelia Funke, I'm not too sure how to say it. DNF in Dragon Rider, but I do still want to read Inkworld, which is like Ink Heart, Ink Spell, Ink Death. But I've been saying that for like 5 years now, so. Haikyuu, I'm probably going to DNF that series for now as well. I'm not in any rush to read it. A Clock of Stars, I'll DNF that series for now too. I do love the first book. It's been too long, man. The Vanderbeekers, ooh, I'll probably DNF that series for now as well. I like the first book, but I don't own any of the rest of them, and I'm like, do I even bother trying to get books 2 through 7? Yeah, 2 through 7. Because they're not really published in the UK, so I would have to get them from America, and my library just definitely does not have them. Last Bear by Hannah Gold, only 1 more book to go. Foul Lady Fortune, haven't even started yet. One day I will, because I do like Chloe Gong. Extraordinary Adventures of the Athena Club, what the fuck is that? Oh, that's the long-ass series, like, it's something about gentlemen, I think, in the title. I think, oh my god, like, Monsters, something like that, Theodora Goss. Yeah, I haven't started, but I do own the first book because I think Meg from Meg with Books, I think that's one of her favourite books, I think. I might DNF that series for now. Demon Slayer, I've only read 1 volume, of course. One day. Pocken and Stubbs, oh, I might DNF that series as well. I read the first book ages ago, and I do own books 2 and 3, so maybe in the future, but I'm just not really that first. Lawful Times by Daniel Green. I still have the 2 books to read. I own the first one. The Cheetah Girls. Oh my god, tell me how much you love the Cheetah Girls down below, please. The Cheetah Girls is so iconic. The books were a little bit terrible, I'm not gonna lie, but it was an experience, and I do have a reading vlog reading all of them, and it was so much fun. So I will give you that, and I have them right there still. I will never unhaul them. They are right there. Oh my god, they look so cheetah-licious. But the series was not cheetah-licious. It's cycle. I've read 3 of the 4 books. Didn't love the first 3, to be honest, but I still want to continue. And I might reread the first 3. I might have different opinions about them because I feel like I'm better at reading fantasy now, and especially classic fantasy. So I might have a different opinion, so I will reread that series. Winter House, I'll DNF. Bloodsworn Saga, John Gwyn. Oh, that's the dragon. No, the Shadow of the Gods. The Shadow of the Gods. Yeah, haven't started yet, but I would like to. And I did really enjoy Malice, the first book in the Faithful and the Fallen. Yeah, I did enjoy that. Christmas series by Matt Haig. I might as well just DNF that for now. Same with the Truth Pixie. Read the first book, but it's been so long, I can't be arsed. Brightstorm Adventures by Vashti Hardy. I've only got 1 book, and then I'm caught up. I have so many middle grade series, but I only have like 1 or 2 books to catch up. I'm terrible. Hannibal Lecter series, I might DNF that for now too. I do want to read The Silence of the Lambs because I love that movie. And I might still read that for a video, like reading books that inspire my favourite movies kind of thing, which I've been doing for a couple of years now. But the series in general, I don't think I have much interest. 13 Treasures by Michelle Harrison. Look, one more to go. 1 more to go. I've read the original trilogy. The 4th book that I need to read is like a prequel to it. That's the only reason why it's not completed. Completed Pinch of Magic. Magnolia Parks Universe. I'm about to start the first book this week. That's why it's on this list. I'm about to start Magnolia Parks. And I'm scared, man. I'm so scared. This could end up being a DNF. Who knows? It depends on if I like it. Dorohedoro, I've read the first book. I'll probably DNF that series for now though, because it didn't blow me away. Dune, I'm very interested, especially with the movies coming out and how much people are loving the movies. And I'm so intrigued. I've only included the books by Frank Herbert, the original author, before he passed away. So I have the 6 books. I think he did 6 books. So I will probably read all 6 of them at some point. I own the first 2. I'm very excited. Silent Gabby, that's like Silent Gabby Break the Universe. I only have 1 more book to go, but I'm DNF in that series, unfortunately. The Brown Sister series by Talia Hibbert. I've read 1 book, have 2 to go. I will still read them. Evelyn Jones, oh my gosh, I need to wait until like Halloween season or something to read books 2 and 3. Considering how much I loved the first book and how much I raved about it online, you would think that I would have read books 2 and 3 by now. They're very short, so I will most likely wait until Halloween season to read them. Oh, The Dragon's Betrothed. That is a gay, smutty manga series. Haven't started it yet. Therapy Game is another smutty gay series as well. I was about to say, same with the Farseer trilogy. That's a smutty gay series too. It's not. It's Robin Hood. And I've read the first book, The Assassin's Apprentice, years ago. And I would like to continue. I would like to read all of Robin Hood at some point. Practical Magic, I might DNF that series for now. I did like Practical Magic. It wasn't great. I love the movie more. That's one of the cases where I think the movie is way better than the book. The Hand God trilogy, that recently came in the Broken Binding box subscription, so one day. My Hero Academia, I'm going to DNF that series for now. I've read the first volume. It was good, but it's a big commitment. Apothecary Diaries, I haven't started yet, but I'm very excited. Oh, Dick Fight Island, one of my favourite manga series ever, okay? It's only 2 volumes. Check it out. It's amazing. Dr. Stone, I love the first volume, so I will definitely be reading the rest at some point. DNF Slam Dunk, didn't really tickle my pickle. Tentans, I might DNF that series for now. I like the first volume, but I read it like 2 years ago now. Attack on Titan, I'm reading all of that this year. First volume blew me away. Loved it so much. Toyo Ghoul wasn't as great, but I'm still interested. Oh, the Hierarchy series. Okay, 1 book is out so far, The Will of the Many, and I'm going to be reading that very soon. So I'm excited. I haven't started, but I will. I will. It's up there. It's high priority. Titan's Bride. Okay, I'm waiting for volume 4, I think, to come out of Titan's Bride. Volume 5 is going to take a while because it's getting translated into English. But as soon as Volume 4 comes out, I'll binge the first 4. Parasite, I'm waiting for all 8 volumes to come out. And the first 5 are out in colour. So I'm waiting for 6, 7, and 8 to come out in colour. And then I'll binge that too. I'm excited. Probably end of this year. Fingers crossed. Good Girls Guide to Murder, I've read the first book. I would have to reread it to read 2 and 3. But that's another YA series where I'm like, did we have to have a series out of this? Could it not have just been a standalone? Guardians of Dawn. Oh, that's Zara. Yeah, that came in a subscription box. Looks good. Pages & Co. I only have 2 books left to finish the series. The final book came out last year, so that's the series over. So I would like to read and finish the series. Okay, the Broken Earth series by N.K. Jemisin. I have the first 2, but then someone mentioned that I think they're in second person. And if you know me at all, you know I'm not a fan of second person at all. And if anyone can confirm that down below, please let me know. Do you think I will like the Broken Earth series if I can't stand second person? The Horizon, that is a manhwa, and apparently a very effed up manhwa. So I'm very, very looking forward to reading that. The Order of Legends, I think that, is that the principal moment? of the principal moments of the principle of moments. I don't know. I think it's that series. That came in a sub-box. A lot of these series as well came because the first book came in a sub-box. Aggie Morton Mystery Queen. Yeah, I like that. I like the first one. Yeah, I think I will still keep it on. It's a middle grade mystery series. Chrestomancy, I haven't started. I don't think I'm going to bother anymore. Howl's Moving Castle by Diana Wynne Jones. I read the first book years and years and years ago. Really did love it. But 2 and 3, I'm not that interested. I might DNF that series as well. I don't think I can be arsed. Wheel of Time. So I read the first and last book. There is still a part of me that's like, oh, maybe I could read the other ones. Actually, there's 15, isn't there? Because it's a prequel too. So I might at some point go back and read like books 2 through 13 and the prequel. But it's a DNF for now, but I'm not ruling it out. Oh, The Guardians. Have you ever seen Rise of the Guardians? Which is the DreamWorks film. The movie is based off of these books. And each of the books go through each Guardian. So like the Easter Bunny, Jack Frost, so on and so forth. It's been so long since I watched that film. But I have been wanting to read that series for so long. I've completed Blue Flag. Is this like the last proper series I finished that's more than... Okay, 4. There, okay. I'm just like, there's barely any completed series on here. I'm feeling very embarrassed. But Blue Flag, I binged all of that. It was very good. Fallen Gods. Oh, by Hannah Kana. I read the first chapter of God Killer recently and it was very good. So I'm very excited to continue. Blue Lock. I might DNF that series for now. It was very good. I like the first volume, but it's about football / soccer. So... I don't know. Magical Boy. Oh, that is a graphic novel series with a trans main character, I believe. So I'm very interested. I just haven't picked up graphic novels in so long. So I might do like some kind of graphic novels reading vlog. Dead Man Wonderland, only 13 volumes, so I might as well continue. Oh my god, A Silence of a Bookworm. Oh, the light novel series and the manga series. Okay, so I've read the first volume of the manga series, already obsessed. So I'm going through trying to collect them. And same with the light novels, because the light novels came first. And then the manga is the adaptation of the light novel. So I'm going to read the light novels and the manga. And that's a lot of bloody books right there. That's 64 books right there. Godspeed. Sortus, that is a gay university manga. Monsters of Brookhaven. I rewatched my initial series video from 2021. And this series was one of the first ones I mentioned in that video. And I still haven't read the second book. But I will. Dead River by Jack Ketchum. I DNF in that series. I read the first 2. Off Season was the first book. And Off Something was the second. Offspring was the second book. Didn't really like the second book as much. It's extreme horror. It is very extreme horror, so go in with an open mind if you're going to read it. And the third book, I don't really care for. I've already seen the film for the third book without knowing it was the third book. And it was confusing, so I'm just going to DNF it. Okay, the Wild Magic series. I think that's Begone the Raggedy Witches. I think it's the first book. I'm just going to DNF that series for now. I haven't started it yet. Same with, I think, Crater Lake and Dreadwood. Because, yeah, no explanations. Completed The Walking Dead. 32 volumes, read them all in one go. It was an experience. Naruto, I will be reading at some point, but look at that, 1%. 1% of the way through. My lord. Given, oh my god, only 2 volumes left I need to read. Volume 9 is not out yet. I've got volume 8. I might wait until the final volume comes out. But yeah, it's ending with volume 9. I'm so sad. It's like my manga equivalent of Heartstopper. Green Creek series by TJ Klune. I might DNF that one for now. I've lost interest. Oh my god, Animal Crossing New Horizons, Deserted Island Diary. These are very, very thin, by the way. But I love me some Animal Crossing New Horizons. I will continue. I will. Mashal, Magic and Muscles, hilarious. It's so funny, so I will continue. Killing Stalking, of course I'm continuing. It's been one of my obsessions this past year. Very, very messed up. And by the Vampire, I'm currently reading. I might DNF the Nevernight Chronicle because I haven't started it yet and I'm losing interest every single year that comes. The Poppy War by R.F. Kwong. Oh, I still have books 2 and 3 to go. I'm wondering, should I DNF this series as well? I like the first book well enough, but I don't know if I can be bothered anymore. I don't know. I'll keep it on the maybe. I'll keep it on the maybe. Bleach. Again, 1% of the way through. I will probably read it next year. Pokemon Adventures. Oh my gosh. 10% of the way through. Not bad. Not bad. I will get through that series at some point also. I like the first volume. It was very dark, actually. A lot darker than the anime series. Yona of the Dawn. I will get to it. I'm collecting the volumes. But it's going to take a while. We're not getting anytime soon. The Ship of Shadows by Maria Kushnier. That is a middle grade series. Complete at 2 books. So completed Secrets and Scrabble by Josh Lanyon. I think that's Dead Man's Cove or something. I still really want to read the series, actually. It still looks really good. Strange Worlds Travel Agency by L.D. Lipinski completed. Five Realms by Kieran Larwood. That one is The Legend of Podkin One Ear. I'm still very intrigued by it. I still want to read it. The vibes of that series look immaculate. Jade City by Fonda Lee. I'd need to reread the first book before I continue, but I will do it. Adventures on Train series. That's like the Highland Falcon Thief and stuff. I only have one book to go, and I will read it at some point. Can't believe I haven't already, actually. The Twitchers by M.G. Leonard. That's another mystery series I would like to get to. Dawn of the Pirate King. This has been on my TBR for 5 years, and I will read it. I think book 3 has just come out or something. I have the favorite editions to the first 2, so are they going to release the 3rd book? Oh, there's another classic series, Chronicles of Narnia. I have finished it, yes. Hated it, but finished it. 6 Crimson Cranes by Elizabeth Lim. I might DNF that series for now too. It's been on my TBR forever. I keep meaning to read it and I just haven't. Can't be arsed. Frostheart by Jamie Littler. My favourite middle grade series ever. And yes, it is complete. Completed 3. Sad it's over, but happy it happened. Also, Arcspire by Jamie Littler. I need to start, and I will. The first book is still quite new, so I will get to it. The 5 Penalties. This is another one where the series name is just so different to what the actual books are called. Let me see what the hell this series is. Oh, The Helm of Midnight. Yes. I picked this one up because I think the premise was a serial killer in medieval times. It's fantasy as well, I think. So I picked it up. So that's why I was confused. I was like, what the hell? That's what the series is called? Oh, the Gentleman Bastard series. I definitely plan on continuing. I read the first book last year, loved it, so I'm very excited. And I'm caught up with Akatar and Crescent City. Unfortunately, with Crescent City, DNF'd Throne of Glass. I've only read the first and last books. I don't think I will ever read the other books in the series. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, but that's the reality. Kingdom of the Wicked by Kerry Maniscalco. I might just DNF that series for now. Can't be arsed anymore. A Song of Ice and Fire. I am caught up with that, but it's been 5 years since I read the series. So by the time the next book comes out, which might not ever happen, I would need a reread of the first 5, which I would do. I would do a reading vlog reading all of them. Fairy Tale, oh my gosh, 2% of the way through. I would like to complete that series. I would. Assassination Classroom, only 21 volumes, so I'm still keeping it on the to-read list. Kaiju number 8, haven't started. Mina and the Undead, I read the first book. I have books 2 and 3, so I will read that series. Powder Mage Trilogy by Brian McLennan. I think that's one that just came out through Broken Binding as well. So I haven't started it yet. Look, a lot of these subscription boxes just offer up so many series that it's hard for me to keep track. Alchemical Journeys, I think it's called, by Shona Maguire. That one, the first book is Middle Game, which I really, really enjoyed. But I'm not as inclined to pick up the next book due to some very mixed reviews. So I don't know yet. That's still on the maybe. Hedge Witch by Sky McKenna. Read the first book. I thought was pretty good, so I will continue. A Kind of Spark. Okay, so A Kind of Spark and then Keedy is the prequel. And I read Keedy a couple of weeks back. Really enjoyed it, so that is complete, unless Elle McNichol decides to do another book. Like a Charm, I can't believe I still haven't finished that series. It's only a duology as well, so that's a priority, a high priority of mine. Vampire Academy, you guys are telling me, oh, I should do a first and last for the Vampire Academy. I've already got the first 3 books from Fairy Loot, so I will most likely read all of them, because I don't want to waste money on them and not read them. So I will most likely read all of Vampire Academy. The Sad Ghost Club, I have the first volume and I just haven't picked up the rest of them, but they're graphic novels. I'm sure I can get them through them so quickly. The Hatmakers by Tamsin Merchant, book 3 has just come out, so I will read it. The Blair Witch Files, these are books that were like a spin-off from the Blair Witch Project film, and I think they are canon, and I'm very excited to read them. I do plan on reading them while camping in the woods, don't you worry. Gilded by Marissa Meyer, I might DNF that series before I've even started. I have the first book, but it was a pressure buy because I didn't want to disappoint the person recommending it. So I ended up buying it because of that reason. I did really like the Lunar Chronicles, though I have completed the Lunar Chronicles. Green Glass House, it's been so long. I do own the rest of the books. I love the first book so much. I'll continue. The Talents Trilogy, oh, that one is something about Ordinary Monsters or something, I think. Yeah, I will continue. I'm still very intrigued. The first book is just so massive, though. It's kind of off-button. Oh, Berserk by Kentaro Miura, R.I.P. Yes, I'm caught up on Berserk. Hiya, Ash. Are you going to come and star in this video? The Summer Hikaru Tide is one of my recent manga finds that I'm really enjoying. It is gay, and it is a subtle horror series. Or at least it's been subtle so far. Kingdoms and Empires by Jacqueline Moriarty. Oh, that one is the Extremely Inconvenient Adventures of Bronte Metalstone. I do plan on reading that series. I do love the names of them. The Worst Witch, I mean, I do feel like I've read more. I think I've read the first 3 maybe, but I am going to go back to the beginning and read all of them at some point. Probably for Halloween, because I love The Worst Witch so much. It was one of my favourites as a kid. Ovens of the Tide by Stuart Murray. I love the first book, but it's been so long I might just stay in F2 and 3. I don't know if I can be bothered anymore. The Girl from the Other Side, I will continue. Black Knight Parade is a recent find, and I haven't started it yet. Same with PTSD Radio. Black Hollow Lane, I might just stay in F. I know some people do really like that series, and it's only 2 books, but I just... The Scholarman series by Naomi Novik, haven't started, but I will, because I own all 3 of them. Tea Dragon Society by Kate O'Neill. I only have 1 book to go, really? I could literally just knock that off as soon as I finish recording. I could literally read the 3rd book right now. One Piece by Ichiro Oda. Yes, I've read all 105 volumes and beyond, because I read it weekly. Are you proud? This is like my biggest achievement, is being caught up with One Piece. Oh, favourite series of all time right now. Call Me Can't Communicate. I will continue. Death Note. I'm going to continue this, yeah. I want to know what all the fuss is about, because a lot of people love it, but then so many people say it gets worse, and like it gets terrible by the end. So I'm just like, which is it? The Tainted Blood duology. Oh, I literally just read the first book of this, the first chapter of this in my recent video, Forged by Blood, and I loved the first chapter. So I will definitely be reading and continuing. The Curiosity House. The first book is like The Shrunken Head or something. Might just stay in that for now. It's a pretty older middle grade series. It came out like 10 years ago, I think. Heartstopper, of course, I'm caught up, but then volume 6 has been announced, so I will read it when it comes out, of course, but I'm so sad it's going to be over. Blood on the Tracks, I've read 13 of the 17 volumes. Volume 17 is coming out later this year, I think. It's the final volume, so I'm just waiting until that comes out to read 14, 15, 16, and 17. And the Thursday Murder Club, I am going to binge all 4 of those books at some point and maybe do a spoiler-filled vlog reading them all, potentially. The Witch Boy by Molly Knox Ostertag. Love the first graphic novel, so I will continue reading. DNF, the Quicksmith series. Fence, I have the first volume. I will read it, I promise. Apparently it's gay, and it's about fencing, so I need to read it. Songs of Magic by S.A. Patrick. I might DNF that series for now. I love the first book so much when I first read it, like 5-6 years ago. But I just... my tastes have changed so much in the past 5 years that I don't think I'm that interested anymore, unfortunately. City Spies, I think the same. I got the first book in Al Craig Jr., and I just haven't continued. Lightfall, I will continue. I think it's a graphic novel series. Molly the Maid. Oh my gosh, I literally just got the 2nd book of the Molly the Maid series. I didn't even realise it was a series. But I do have the first book, The Maid, and the 2nd book is The Mystery Guest, I think. I'm still very intrigued. It is a mystery series, adult. Yep. Bridgerton. Yes, I have completed all of Bridgerton. I read it for a vlog and it was a fun time. The Kiss and Booth series. Oh my god. Okay, I have a soft spot for the Kiss and Booth series, but I still have only read the first book. I still need to read books 2 and 3. I will at some point. I promise. It's a guilty pleasure, okay? Final Destination series is like a spin-off. Do I have the... Yeah, I have the first book. It's like a spin-off series from the films, and I want to read them. I read the first King Chronicles book. I will get to it. I want to read all of the Rick Riordan books at some point over the next year. But I did complete the original Percy Jackson series, but there are 2 additional books that have come out since, so I've included them in here. So I haven't completed it. I did, but then new books have come out. Damn you. Dark Olympus series by Katie Robert. I might DNF that for now. That's like Neon Gods, I think. Like, the time has come and gone for these books, I think. I think for both Katie Robert series. Because I did like one of them. One of the Wicked Villains series books, but I can't remember which one it was. I think it was the Aladdin one. Was it like Jafar? Oh no, was it the Hercules one? Hercules, Megara, and Hades, I think, is the Wicked Villains book I read. King Killer Chronicle, I've read the first book, and I have no idea when the next book is going to come out. I don't think anyone knows. So I'm waiting for that to come out before I continue. Completed Charmed Season 9, which is a graphic novel series. I completed Season 9, but Season 10 is so hard to get hold of that I've only read 1 volume, and I would love to read the next 2 volumes. And it is based on my favourite TV show of all time, Charmed. It's like a continuation, a bit like, you know how Buffy had a continuation graphic novel series? Charmed also had that. Higurashi When They Cry is a manga series that I started last year. I will continue. Aristotle and Dante is a duology. I read the first book, I liked it, but I'm just going to DNF. I can't be bothered with the sequel. It's one of those ones where I think, was it worthy of a sequel? Did we need one? Yesterday Crumb by Andie Saga, I haven't started yet. A Man and His Cat was so adorable. I only read the first volume though. But I will continue. I might DNF the Skyward series for now because I'm just not interested anymore. I love the first Skyward book, didn't love the second book, and I'm just, I don't know if I'm interested. But I do want to continue Mistborn. Haven't started Stormlight. One day. I might do a first and last for it. High School of the Dead was one of my first ever animes, and it's very graphic. It's high school zombies, but like the way that girls are depicted in that series is like big boobs and all of that. So I'm like, I'm a little bit skeptical now. I'm a little bit skeptical. I did want to read the manga though, just to say, because I love the story of it. We'll see. We'll see. In progress with the Archive series, I might DNF. No. This was the very first book I ever picked up because of BookTube. So I have an affinity towards it. I did love the first book in the Archive, but I haven't read the second book. It's only 2 books, I might as well complete it. I completed Cassidy Blake, haven't started Monsters of Verity and Villains. I haven't started either of those. And I'm in the progress of reading Shades of Magic. I like the first 3. The 4th book, I think, is The Fragile Threads of Power. It might be like a spin-off book more than a continuation, but I've included it there. Caught up with the Bone Season. Very excited for book 5. I will reread the first few because I think Samantha Shannon has gone back to change some things. So I do want to do that. The Roots of Chaos series, which the first book is The Priory of the Orange Tree, I did like, and I still have A Day of Fall and Night to read, so I will get to that at some point. Pretty Little Liars by Sarah Shepard, I've obviously read all of them, did a vlog on it, and I will be reading the Lion Game series by the same author this year. I do have all 6 of the books. What a throwback. Very excited to read them. Pink Heart Jam is smutty gay manga. Haunted Bookstore is another manga that I haven't started yet, but I will. Witch Hat Atelier I will be reading soon. And same with Witch Hat Atelier Kitchen. It's a slice of life spin-off of that series. Will read both of them. Promised Neverland. Love the first volume. Very excited to continue. Bad Boys Happy Home, another smutty gay romance. Arc of a Scythe series, I love the first 2 books, did not like the 3rd book. So I have still completed it. I think there was is it called Gleanings? I think it's like a short story collection. Haven't included it because I don't think I'll ever get to it, to be honest. Love Curse by Rebecca Sky was a duology. I think there was supposed to be a 3rd book, but it didn't come to fruition, unfortunately. But I did like that series. Witches Deep in Gold, haven't started. I heard bad things about it, so it kind of put me off. But I might turn off the series for now. Come back to it at some point when I feel like I want to. Vampire Diaries and the Secret Circle by L.J. Smith completed, as you might know. Lore Olympus, I haven't started, but I think 6 volumes are out now. So I might get volumes 5 and 6, which I don't own, and binge them all. The Scandal series by A.F. Stedman, I think book 3 is coming out, so I might read the trilogy, binge them all. I think it's only going to be a trilogy, not 100% sure of that. Murder Most Unladylike and Ministry of Unladylike Activity. I'm 5 books into Murder Most Unladylike, so I will get to that series again at some point, but it's not really high priority right now. Ernest Cunningham, oh my god, this is the everyone in my family has killed someone and everyone on the screen is a suspect. Read the 2nd book very recently, loved it. Everyone in my family's killed someone was my favourite book of 2023, and I really enjoyed the series. I hope it doesn't go the way of Finley Donovan, where I really love the first book and then it just goes downhill after that. I did still really love the 2nd book, so I don't think that's the case, but yeah, I loved it. I loved it. Drown in Empire by Andrea Stewart. That one is the Bone Shard's daughter. I have all 3 of them. I will binge them at some point. Edge Chronicles, one of my favourite middle grade series ever. I need to continue, because there's like trilogies within this series. So there's like the Twig Saga, the Quinn Saga, and like etc, etc. So I've read 2 of the trilogies and I do want to continue on. I love it so much. Fiesta by R.L. Stein I will be reading this year. 51 books. This is the original series. There are many other Fiesta Street spin-offs, which I will also get to at some point. All of the Goosebumps series, look at that. Isn't that absolutely gorgeous? Absolutely gorgeous. 100% on all of those. That's so many. I'm so proud of myself for reading the original series, Series 2000, Horrorland, Hall of Horrors, Most Wanted, and Slappy World. Like, oh, I'm so proud of myself for doing that. House of Shivers is his newest one, and it's currently being released. So I have book 1, and book 2 has just come out. So as soon as all of the books come out, I'll probably binge them. It will take a while for all of them to come out. Lockwood & Co., I've read the first book. I'm still very interested in continuing. Same with Fortuna Sworn. I pre-ordered the Fairy Loot edition, so hopefully they come soon. Oh my god, this series looks messed up. It's called like Mad or Mad. Oh my god, I Had a patron who read the first volume and told me to just have a cheeky little look inside. I was about to throw up. I was literally about to be sick what I saw. And I didn't even realise. Because I hold the first volume thinking, oh my god, it's going to be smutty gay romance. Yes, get in. Get inside me. But oh my god, I almost hurled. Almost hurled. I'm still so intrigued to read it. So I'll read volume 1, see how I feel. And then we'll see. Oh my god, it literally made me sick. My Brother's Husband. Oh my god, it's only 2 volumes, so I will get to it. So many people recommend it as well. Yu-Gi-Oh! Oh my god, I'm just going to DNF that one for now because it's a bit of an older one. I really did enjoy the first volume, but it's going to be hard to get hold of all of them and I can't be arsed. But it was a good first volume. Fruits Basket. I read the first 2 volumes. It's just not for me, I don't think. So many people love Fruits Basket as well. It's like a booktube darling when it comes to manga. It just didn't do anything for me, to be honest. Sailor Moon, I'm going to be reading all of this year at some point, so I'm excited. I love the first volume so much. And I never saw the anime of Sailor Moon. Can you believe it? Moriarty the Patriot, read recently, loved the first volume, so I will continue. Celestial Kingdom Duology. Oh, that one is like Daughter of the Moon Goddess and Heart of Samurai, I think. I own both of them. I will read them. Dan to Dan. Oh my god, the first volume of that was weird. Absolutely weird. Will continue. The Christmas Carols by Mel Taylor Besant. There's only 3 books. I read the first book for Christmas and it was so lovely. I really enjoyed it, so I will continue. Arion Say, I've only got 2 books left. 2 books left. I love this series so much. 2 books. We've got this. Language of Magic by Carrie Thomas. I think the first book is Threadneedle. It's massive. I might DNF before I start it. If I Could Reach You is a sapphic manga, so I'm very excited to get to that one because I haven't read very many sapphic mangas. Hunter x Hunter, I will get to at some point. It looks amazing. I love the first volume. Lord of the Rings, I have of course completed. Love the trilogy so much. One of my favourite trilogies ever now. So yeah, and I did a video. That is my favourite video I've ever made as well. Fun fact. The Last Wild by P.S. Tode. I might DNF that one. And The Last Magician, or The Lost Magician. Just for now, these are 2 middle grade series that I've been meaning to get to, but I really need to be in the mood to read them. Dragon Ball, I am actually in the middle of reading right now. So yay. And Dragon Ball Z. And RIP to the author, the mangaka of Dragon Ball. He passed away this month, at the start of this month. So I'm doing this as a way to honour him and hopefully continue his legacy by loving his work. And I did read the first volume in December and I really liked it. So let's continue. Nevermore. Oh, so I'm caught up with Nevermore. But because the books take so long to come out and apparently there are going to be 9 books, I think I might DNF the series for now. Because I feel like I've lost so much interest over the years. Yeah, I love the first 2 books so much and I thought book 3 was great. But I'm just, I don't know if I can do that to myself anymore. So I might wait for book 4 to come out. I do have it pre-ordered. I might wait until that book comes out before I like really decide. But I just, unfortunately, I've lost interest. Oh, Cherry Magic 30 Years of Virginity Can Make You a Wizard. My new obsession. Fucking love it. I need to get the last 4 volumes. I think it's still continuing. I think there will be more than 10 volumes. But oh my god. I read the first 6. I'm obsessed. I love it. It is my new heartstopper. It is so adorable, so cute, so gay, so amazing. Love it. Undead Unluck, read the first volume. It was odd. And there were like some problematic things about it. But I was assured from a lot of people that the problematic things get addressed and rectified. And I love that because I love the story of it. So I will continue because of the things I've been told. So yay. Dragon Force by Katie and Kevin Sang. And Dragon Realm, so that's like Dragon Mountain and all of that. I really do love that series, so I will continue. Haven't started Dragon Force yet, but I do have the first book. Food Wars, oh my god, I love Food Wars so much. At least the first volume, so I will continue. Maiden Abyss, oh my god, the first volume had some weird stuff in it, like really made me uncomfortable, weird. And I've heard it doesn't get better, to be honest. And I have the first 5 volumes, so I'll read the first 5 volumes because I have them. This might be a DNF because I can't exactly look past what I've seen and what I think is going to still happen. So I've heard the anime gets rid of all of that and I do love the story. The story is fantastic and very intriguing, but I've heard the anime gets rid of the weird awfulness. So I might go to the anime instead of reading the manga. Cookie, oh my gosh, I'm going to wait for volume 3 to come out and just binge them. I've been meaning to read this series for ages. It's a graphic novel series. Check Please, again, is another one. I think it's only 2 volumes, so I will read. It is gay. It's graphic novels. Oh, Orochi, I read the first volume, and it was very creepy, and I will continue. There's only 4 volumes. I have them all, so I will continue. Probably during scary season. Same with Monster. I've read the first volume, and there are 9. I'll continue. I own them all. I'm thinking I'm going to DNF the Fairyland series, which is like the girl who circumnavigated Fairyland or something. I read the first book and I liked it, but that was 3 years ago. And if you watch my video from 2021 about series, that is the first series I mentioned. And I'm like, oh, I just finished reading this and I'm really intrigued by the series and I can't wait to read the rest of them. And here we are 3 years later, DNFing it. Starfell by Dominique Valente. I only have 1 book to go, so I will continue. I'll complete it. Radiant, that is, I still haven't started that. That's a series that was recommended to me. I have the first volume, so I will continue and read it. Are You Afraid of the Dark? Yes, read that for Scary Season last year. Great nostalgic series. Completed. Saga, I've still been on volume 5 for like 4 years now. I started reading it 4 years ago and I still haven't continued. So I'm like, should I just DNF it for now? But no, I'm still intrigued. I love the story of it, so we'll continue. Chronicles of the Wolf Queen. Oh, that's another Broken Binding series that I haven't got to yet, but it will happen. Night Books by J.A. White. Love the first book. Love the first movie that came out that was on Netflix. Loved that movie so much. It's like very fun family entertainment. A bit like The House with a Clock in Its Walls family film. You know, I just love films like that, so it was very good. So I do want to read Grave Books, which is a sequel that came out years and years later. The Winnowing Flame trilogy. This is another one that I'm going to have to look up now. Oh, The Ninth Reign. Oh, yeah, I do want to read that series, so we'll get to that. Daughter of Fire Saga by Stacey Willis. I have that on my TBR. I might DNF that for now. I do have the first 2 books, but I'm not really gravitating towards it anytime soon. Incorrigible Children of Ashton Place. Probably another one that I'm just going to DNF for now. It's a middle grade series. I didn't realise that there were 6 books on it. I thought it was a standalone. But no, there are apparently 6 books in that series. Can't be bothered. Grandmaster of Demonic Cultivation. I read the first chapter of that. Same with Heaven's Official Blessing. I do have all 3 of these series, so I will read them. These are Danmai, which is Chinese literature that have gay relationships in them. So I will read them. Freya and Beyond Journey's End. The anime is popping off right now, so I will definitely read the rest of them. And I enjoyed the first volume. It was very melancholic. So I will continue. Sweat and Soap might be a DNF. I read the first volume because Gabby loves the series. And it was fine. Like, it was a fine first volume, but I'm just not really that interested in continuing. But we'll see. DNFing for now. If it's in the library, I might get volume 2, but I don't think I'll continue buying the series. Sora in the House of Monsters is a new manga series that looks fantastic. So I haven't started it yet, but I've got my eye on it, so I will start it. I will begin it. Homunculus, same with that one. It looks weird. It looks very, very weird. It might be horror. I have no idea yet, so as soon as I start it, I'll let you know. In progress with Crimson Spell. Oh my gosh, this is another very smutty gay series. And I did enjoy the first volume, but it's been so long. Avatar The Last Airbender comics. I might DNF those for now. But I feel like with Avatar The Last Airbender Netflix series out right now, it's a hot topic. And it's the same with the Kyoshi novels. Yep, I might just DNF those for now too. But I think maybe in a year or 2, I might get to them. Maybe when the live action series ends. I'm just not in any rush to read them. Front Desk by Kelly Yang. Oh my god, I love the series. I've only read the first 2. Love them so much. And then books 3 and 4 came out. And I just haven't had the time to read them. So I will try to. Front Desk is one of my favourite middle grades. It really is. I loved it. This one, Detective Kosuke Kindaichi, I think series, is like Death on Gokuman Island or something like that. And it's like translated. And I own only one of the books, and I think it's book 2. So I do want to actually read the series still. It looks really good. Little Witch Academia is only 3 volumes I've completed. I Hate Fairyland. I got because Alli from Hardback Quarter loves it. So I have the first volume, and I do still want to start. I just haven't really been reading graphic novels. Vinland Saga, I will be reading all of next year. Birds of Shangri-La and Coyote are 2 gay smutty series again. Song of the Last Kingdom, I just got book 2, so I will most likely binge both of them because it looks great. I love the look of them. And then finally, we are completing this list with a completed series, Gossip Girl, which of course you know I have read, and it was an experience to say the least. And I'm glad that was over. Just like I'm kind of glad that going through this list is over. Because I feel embarrassed, ashamed, all of the above. Because there is so much here that I'm in the middle of. So much that I own but haven't started. It's honestly disgraceful if you ask me. I just can't believe I've only finished like 44 of them. And caught up with 11. I should probably also add all the ones I've DNF'd. Because that will also bring the number down. So it's probably only really about like 130 maybe series that I'm actually in the middle of. that I actually do want to read and continue. That's still a little bit too much, isn't it? That's still ridiculous. But that is the end of the video. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. Don't forget to leave this video a like if you enjoyed and subscribe if you haven't already. Leave all your comments down below. Let me know what you thought of the video. Let me know if you have any series that you're in the middle of. Do you know how many series you're in the middle of? Tell me everything in the comments. I want to give a huge thank you to my patrons and my One Piece channel members for supporting my channel. If you'd like to join my Patreon or my One Piece channel membership, then all the links are down in the description box. But yeah, I hope I will see you in the next video. Bye.